Hi everyone, today I'm going to do some easy weekend meal prep. I'm making two different types of muffins, perfect for keto or carnivore or ketovore. I'm Anita from KetogenicWoman.com, where I share keto and carnivore recipes and other cooking ideas. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you check out some of my other videos. And for those of you returning, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed today's cooking. Okay, so we're going to get started here. I have my oven preheated to 350. I'm going to make two different types of muffins. Both can be used for carnivore or keto or anyone who enjoys meat and eggs. If you hear some crunching in the background, that is Teddy. I gave him a pig's ear to keep him busy while I'm doing this video. So anyways, hopefully that happens. So I wanted to talk about these two recipes. They're super easy. They both come from my keto breakfast recipe book. I know what you're thinking. You had no idea I had recipe books. I have a whole bunch of recipe books. They're ebooks. They're small-ish. Like this one has 22 recipes in it, I think. They are on my blog, like on my shop page, which I will link below. But the reason I'm bringing them up, because I made them so long ago, I don't often talk about them, and I'm mostly carnivore these days. But the reason I'm bringing it up is because the Keto Summit bundle people somehow found my books and asked if they could include my breakfast book in their bundle this year. I'm going to link that below because you can get my breakfast book, plus you can get all kinds of other, I think there's 40 other cookbooks. There's some keto courses. I mean, there's stuff from Maria Emmerich. There's stuff from Low Carb Yum. There's DJ Foodie. There's so much good stuff in there. I mean, I can't believe they found me, because all those people to me are famous, bloggers and famous keto people, and I'm just me. But hey, that's awesome. I'm going to link that below. And for those of you who have previously bought my breakfast book, I have updated it, and you'll get a link over the next few days from Send Owl that will. So it's not spam. It's just you'll get a fresh copy of the book with the 5 or 6 new recipes that I added to it. So, because I just wanted to update it for this big event. Anyways, let's get started. These two recipes, they're both in the book, although, of course, I'm changing it because there's a lot of things that I used to make that I've become sensitive to. And so just one more thought about cookbooks. I have dozens and dozens and dozens of cookbooks. And, I always think, well, another cookbook, but I don't buy cookbooks for recipes. I buy them for ideas, because I never follow a recipe the way it is, because I'm sensitive to most things in it. But I get amazing ideas and I get inspiration. So that's my take on cookbooks. There's always something new to learn, maybe even a new technique that I didn't know before. So these are super easy, and let's do the first one, which is Bake and Bake cups, and they're just like they sound. They are, oh, that's my oven. What they are is they're like little bacon cups that hold an egg, and you bake it until the egg is done to your liking. And I like my whites hard and my yolks soft. So I just wanted to mention something about Muffin Cup Sizes. I was going to use this 6-pack of muffins, silicone muffin pan, and I just thought, can I actually fit a piece of bacon and a whole large egg in there? It just seems small, and sure enough, when I kind of compare these two side by side, this one, the cup is a lot smaller than this one. I wanted to use this because it's pretty. This one is so old, it's gotten a little ugly, but it works. So I'm putting this one aside. This morning, when I got up, I put a tray of bacon in the oven because I do that pretty much every Sunday. I usually make 2 trays. Today I just made 1 tray. You can see over here, it should be cooled down now. This is how I like my bacon, nice and crispy. But before these were done, I took out 6 pieces to use in this recipe, and they are like half done so that they're still flexible. And so all we're doing here is just making a little circle of bacon into each cup. And Teddy heard the word bacon, and here he is. That's practically bacon, you know, that pig's ear. It's just like bacon, I promise you. So you could put your bacon in here like fresh out of the package, but the problem is that, well, the way I like my eggs, the bacon would be undercooked and the eggs overcooked. So this made more sense to me to cook them almost all through. So I don't know if you can see that there. We have this nice these little bacon rings. And then I'm going to get my eggs, and I'm going to put 1 in the middle of each of these. There, that's about the perfect size, I think. There, he's going back to his cloud now. He loves that cloud. I tell you, since he's been back from his training, boy, is he ever a lot calmer. But I did just take him for a walk, so hopefully he's tired out. All right, we have our 6 bacon cups ready. I'm just gonna move that aside, get rid of those later. They're both going in at 350, so I'm going to make these on the same pan and at the same time. So this recipe, oh, and just wanted to mention, in the book, every recipe has a full color photo, instructions, and macros at the bottom if you make it, you know, with the ingredients that I've listed. Of course, when you change it, like I always do, the macros have to be changed. So use something like, you can get MyFitnessPal or carbmanager.com. You can get them for free, like a free version. I think there's paid upgrades to those, but the free version is fine for calculating macros. And that's where I used Carb Manager to calculate these macros in here. So the other thing that I like about ebooks, because I'm old school, and I know some of you are too, I print them out, 3-hole punch, put them in a binder, and then you've got them. So this recipe, that's why I picked this up, is actually a muffin recipe, but I'm going to put them in my little pizza muffin pan instead of, you know, one of these muffin pans. I mean, you can do either. And I'm making it a little different because it calls for Italian sausage, which is amazing if you've got some clean Italian sausage. But I had some leftover ground beef casserole that I made the other night. So I'm going to make use of that because it's got garlic powder in it and salt, a little bit of cheese. And I thought, well, I'm going to make some pizza muffins out of this. So I'm going to divide this up kind of evenly amongst these 6 pizza muffin pans. I like the idea of having these flat little discs that I can just pick up and throw them in my purse in a baggie, take them with me wherever. Everyone knows how much I love my purse bacon. This will be purse muffins. Okay, so I need some eggs. So 6 eggs. So basically each of so this was, I weighed this, it was 6 ounces. So each of these will be about 1 ounce of meat and 1 egg. I'm gonna beat the eggs. You can use an electric mixer or you can use a fork. I'm just gonna use a whisk. Okay, got my 6 eggs. The recipe says to add some cream. But if you're dairy-free, don't feel you have to add it. I'm not going to add it, actually, to be honest. I'm just going to whisk this up and add it just like this. I will put some Redmond's sea salt, or not sea salt, seasoning salt, organic seasoning salt. I'll put some in there. Actually, maybe I'll sprinkle some on those eggs, too. You just want it to be whisked up enough so that you can pour it over these pieces of meat here. I like these mixing bowls that have the little spout on them. So I'm just going to try to get an even amount on each one. Now I am going to top this with some cheese because I did say I was making pizza muffins. You could just do this and leave it at that, like just sausage and egg, and that would be fine. I've done that before, it tastes good. Maybe sprinkle it with a little bit of Italian seasoning or just salt. Ooh, now I'm liking the idea of Italian seasoning. You can change your mind as you go, because I often do. I'm desperately trying to remember now, where did I put my Italian seasoning? I think I know where it is. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, so we have our egg in there. I'm going to take a quick peek for Italian. I'm feeling the Italian seasoning. Hang on.
Ah, here we go.
One of my subscribers who lives, I think she lives in the Vancouver area, or maybe it's the North Shore. She bought me this. So thank you again. You know who you are. It's from the Vancouver Gourmet Warehouse. Now we're talking pizza muffins. Okay, so I do have a little bit of cheese here, 3 ounces. I don't know if I'm going to use it all. I'm going to see how this looks. Just want to have some on top. And like I said, you can just leave it like this, no cheese on top if you want to. Feta cheese would be nice too, if you're doing cheese. I think this is probably going to be enough. So I've used 1.5 ounces approximately here. I try to minimize the cheese where I can. Just going to squish this in here a bit. It's not quite wide enough for this pan, but it'll do. Okay, these are going in the oven, 350. Both these recipes say 20 minutes, but in 15 minutes, I'm going to check on these to see how those eggs look. I might take it out early, but away we go to the oven. Okay, I've set it for 15 minutes. Thank goodness the bacon is done, because I'm going to have a piece while I wait for those. We'll see you guys in the next segment. Teddy's looking at me. Okay, I'll share. Come here. Come here. Come on. Sit. Lie down. Oh, yes. You don't look too enthusiastic. Did I interrupt your nap with my crunching? Oh, look at these. We are ready. Oops, I lost some cheese on that mat, or from the silicone pan. Oh well. Okay, so let's see if we can get in here. So I've got my little egg cups here. This is exactly how I like them. Now I have to say, it took a lot longer. It took 35 minutes to get these the way I wanted. I could have taken these ones out earlier, but leaving them in for 35 minutes gave a nice kind of a brown top on that. So I'm going to try to maneuver one of these little egg and bacon cups out. Let's see, how are we going to do that? It's funny how 2 of them have this weird skin on. Like 2 of them are almost hard boiled. I must have hot spots in that oven. Look at that. I'm pretty sure I've got a hot spot, because look at these 2 eggs. They are hard boiled eggs in there, and these are exactly how I like them. These are the whites are done, but the yolk is still yolky, which I like. But that, I've never seen that before. That's going to be weird. I mean, I'll eat them, but this is the result I'm looking for. Look at that perfect little egg and bacon cup. The yolk is exactly how I like it. And here we've got the sausage muffins made into pizza buns. And really the only change I made was, instead of using Italian sausage, I used ground beef that had been part of a casserole with garlic and some cheese already. added the Italian seasoning and a sprinkle of cheese on top. So those turned out perfectly. I did lose something over here. Looks like a little bit of egg and cheese. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. But I'm happy with how these turned out. I'm gonna have to figure out, I guess the back of the oven, I've got some kind of hot spot there, but I will learn to work around that. So let's give these guys a taste test. So I'm gonna try this one. This smells amazing. Yummy. Could use a little salt. This one here, I will cut it. Look at that. Probably maybe 1 minute less. But yum. Oh, I'm gonna add a little bit of salt on this one. My Redmond seasoning salt. But both these are great for meal prep. You can make them in advance, take them, you know, with you if you go to an office to work, or even, I mean, I work from home, and so sometimes I do have to go into the office, and I take food with me, but even just working at home sometimes can get really busy and I don't want to stop and cook. I have these in the fridge. Bacon and eggs in a handy little cup. I love it. So like I said, the keto bundle link will be down below. It's a great way to support my channel and get just tons of resources for one low price. And you know, if you've supported another blogger, one of those famous bloggers that I've mentioned before, that's awesome too. All of them work so hard and, you know, put out great content. It's nice when viewers like you throw your support behind, you know, some of those bloggers that I mentioned. Some of them have YouTube channels, some of them don't, some of them have, you know, big websites, some of them don't. You know, just you know, get in there and help them all out by watching their videos, reading their recipes, and you know, if you are able to get yourself this collection of books and courses, then awesome. The link is below, and I appreciate any support. Whether you do or you don't, just the fact that you're watching is a, you know, a big boost of support for people like me who are, you know, just trying to put out content and spread the information about keto. For those that are new and maybe don't know me, I have lost over 125 pounds. I mean, kind of going up and down, trying to figure out how to get those last, you know, the last weight off, but still, it's been a journey, and eating stuff like this has helped me do it. So actually, I'll put a before picture up there so you know what I mean, you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you try these, and we'll see you on the next video.